Good afternoon. My name is Ms. Brown. We are at Fair Oaks Elementary School. This is my 5th grade class, and we are going to review for our Math SOL in group rotations. All right, you guys. So we are going to go ahead and break off into our 3 groups. Remember, if your group is staying at your seats, you are on Test Nav working on the practice math questions. You must use your scratch paper. My audio friends, you have your headphones, so make sure you are using your headphones. And if you are going to the back with Ms. Lewis, that rotation is working on metric units. If you are coming up here with me at my table, we are going to be working again on stem and leaf plots. Remember, do your best, focus, and we're ready. Everybody good to go? Everybody understand? Yes. Any questions? No. Yes, Ms. Lewis.
Just remind them to bring their notebooks back when they come back.
Also, yes, great. Make sure you bring your study packets if you have them. Also, your math notebooks if you have that with you. I know we've been taking them home to practice at home also. So if you did bring it back, make sure you take it with you as well. Any other questions before we break off? No. All right, we're going to start with rotation 2. So rotation 2, if you normally come to me at the second rotation, you are coming up here with me. When you, if you go to Ms. Lewis for second rotation, you're going to the back. And second rotation, you're going to be, the other group will be at your seats. Everybody good to go? Yes. All right, let's go. I will start the timer once everybody is at their rotation. My people are staying at your seats for Test Nav. You're going to go ahead and get started now.
Your name and date on each paper. I need your scrap paper, name and date, and your worksheet, name and date. I'm going to do a quick review, and this is independent.
This is the 18th?
It is.
Yeah. Thank you, Gabby.
It's the 18th today, 8/18. All right, everybody ready? I'm going to give you a few moments. Thank you. I'll take down that.
The next skill, which is going to be adding and subtracting fractions. Here you go. All right. So let's see where you guys are. Okay, so what question did you leave off on? Okay, what about you? I noticed you did not, when I checked it yesterday, you had not done your stem and leaf plot. You actually have to work on each part. So part A, B, C, and D. Okay, and you're gonna need your scratch paper for that. You're on 3 also? And where are you, Mama? You're on 3 also. Perfect. Okay, so we're all at the same spot. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get to that part here. Everybody got their scratch paper? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, so what is the first thing that we do when we get to our data and we have to work on stem and leaf plot? What do we do with that data? Say it again? Put it in least to greatest order. All right, so part A says to create a stem and leaf plot of the data. Well, like Nakaya said, we have to make sure that we are putting our data in least to greatest order. So let's look at the data here. And everybody look at it and give me a thumbs up when you see the first number that's going to come in our data. Okay. Let's see, 2 people ready. 3. All right, what's that number? 54. Perfect. Go ahead and write your 54. I would do this because you might not see that and think that you haven't written it already. So, yeah, it'll be
I'm just going to do the second one with you. 84. 1 second. So the first answer we did was 3,900. So you're going to move your decimal over 1 to the, 1 point. Decimal goes over 1, and we're going to the left. Along. Yes, so it becomes 3,900. All right, 3,900, so I gave you the answer to the first one. All right, next one is 84. Can somebody say that number for me?
84 millimeters.
Millimeters, and somebody just tell me what units am I talking about when I talk about millimeters, and what measurement? Hold on.
Unit?
Yeah, it's a unit, but what? Am I measuring liquids?
Oh,
Am I measuring
length.
stuff? Do you agree?
What did you say? I said length. Meters length.
But I said millimeters, right?
Mhm.
Yes, what if I said milliliters? What would it be?
Capacity.
Liquids or volume. Good job.
Write those duplicated numbers. And don't forget to mark it off once you've written it down. At the end, once you have finished writing all of your numbers and you have a slash over every number in your data set, go back and count how many numbers you have and compare that to how many numbers were given to you. That'll help you to make sure that you have not skipped any numbers in your data set before you move on to creating your stem and leaf plot. And give me a thumbs up once you have written all of your numbers. We're going to check it together. Make sure we have all of our numbers. And while you work, just answer this question. With this being a stem and leaf plot and they're asking you to make the stem and leaf plot based on the data, is this a lot of work that you have to do? Kinda, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have to list your numbers in order. They gave you a pretty big data set. So when you get to your SOL, don't let that frustrate you and don't move too fast. Take your time, double check, make sure you have all the numbers written correctly. That's going to help you to get towards the correct answer.
I'm sorry, let me show you that again. Centimeters to meters. 1, 2 spaces to meters. This is millimeters. So don't get the M's mixed up. This is millimeters, this is meters. Basic unit measurement, right? So centimeters converted to meters, I'm going 1, 2 spaces. This is not right, this is not right. So 1, 2 spaces.
So would it be 1 and 89 hundredths?
I'm not sure. Could you just write that if you take your decimal and go over 2, would you end up in 1 and 8900 with the decimal after the 1?
Yeah.
Okay, if that's what your answer is, go ahead and put that down, because with your notes and with a quick review, you should know.
Do these two
We
right?
will check it when we're done.
Okay.
But write it on your scrap paper, and just with each question, you have to go through each one using this method.
I can use this to help me, right?
Yes, ma'am, and you can write it on your own paper. Write it on your own scrap paper, because that way it'll help you to remember to write it. Test time.
All right, everybody got 24?
Yes.
You missing one? You got it? Okay. All right, perfect. So now we're prepared and we're ready. All right. So go ahead and draw your stem and leaf plot. All right. Let's see, Charles. Your stem represent what place value?
The 10.
10. So let's write 10s above it to remind us. Nakaya, the leaf represents what place value? The 1. So write 1s above it to remind us of that. All right, perfect. Every stem and leaf plot or every chart must have a what, Michaela? At the bottom, we usually, there you go. Good job. So we need a key. So make a little small rectangular box at the bottom. Our key to represent what does 56 look like on a stem and leaf plot. Right, so we're gonna put key. Yes. Yes, scratch paper in the bin. All right, so how would that look? So if we wrote 56, how would that look on a stem and leaf plot? How would we represent that? Charles?
5, line 6.
Okay, a 5 with a line in between and then a 6. Very good.
1, 2, and 3. So yeah, you don't count them when it's on, and it helps if you're back here. 1, 2, and 3 is 3. It should be .22, and you don't have to put a 0. .22 is 3. Yes, ma'am. See, use these. When you count here, go 1. Don't count this one. 1, 2, and 3. When you count this one, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't count this one. You count your jobs, okay?
So we should have, let's call them out. What should we have? 60 what?
66, 67, 68.
Good job. All right. And Charles, oh, all right. Well, that's our time. All right, so we'll pick back up on this at our next rotation. All right, guys, that's our time. So go ahead and clean up your station that you're at now. We're now gonna go ahead and shift gears. Thank you for joining our class, and I hope you enjoyed our Math SOL review. Go, go!